Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. It's the show that highlights Giles, Lawrence, and Maury counties, all from the pages of your local newspapers. I'm Scott Stewart. I'm the publisher of your local newspapers, the Pulaski Citizen, Main Street Maury, and Lawrence County Advocate. Here are some events that you will find in this week's editions of your local newspapers. In Lawrence County, Gunnerama is back. It'll be hosted by the Crockett Friends of the NRA, and the revamped event is scheduled for the West End Community Center Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In Giles County, the inaugural Wrapped in Love Gala event is set for Saturday, September the 6th at Mockingbird Manor, and that's starting with social hour at 5 p.m. and dinner at 6 p.m. The event will serve as an opportunity to support the Rap Closet of Giles County, which is a ministry of CB Outreach. More on that on the front page this week of the Pulaski Citizen. Thursday through Monday, the Maury County Fair will be held at the Maury County Park in Columbia. All details are there on the front page, and Andrew will give you a breakdown in his segment that is coming up. We'd love to get you a copy of your local newspaper every week delivered to your mailbox with a subscription. Here's how to get your subscription started now. Call 931-363-3544. Call 615-452-4940 or 931-762-1726. Or visit PulaskiCitizen.com, MainStreetMurray.com, or LawrenceCountyAdvocate.net. You can find out at those phone numbers, in those websites, you can find out all you need to know to get a traditional or online subscription to any of our papers or our websites. All right, Andrew, Chandler, Maurice, and myself will be back with our wraps coming up. So let's get those wraps started right now.
This is Chandler Harmon bringing you this week's Pulaski Citizen Wrap. We'll start this week with our Citizen Spotlight of Dr. Albert Killen. His photo graces the spot of honor at the top and center of our front page. Also in A1, the Giles County Commission gained a new face following the election of Ricky Carpenter. Carpenter was a former commissioner and gained the necessary votes to be elected. Carpenter was the selection of the late District 3 Chair's Tim Reisner's family. The inaugural Wrapped in Love Gala is fast approaching, with the community being invited to attend. The event is set for September 6th and will take place at Mockingbird Manor. Faculty, staff, and the Giles County community welcomed the UT Southern Firehawks back to campus last week for the 2025-26 academic school year. The Giles County Commission has received an update on the current state of bills, which would bring additional funds to the county. State Rep Clay Doggett provided the information during his annual report to the Commission. On top of the potential tax revenue being brought in, potential grants were discussed. Those grants included courthouse renovation grants, volunteer fire and rescue grants, and emergency medical equipment grants. 3 faculty and 1 staff member from 4 local educational institutions were recognized at a recent luncheon organized by the Pulaski Exchange Club. Inside, PES Energize celebrates officially connecting its 5,000th internet customer. This marks a major milestone in the company's continued investment in Giles County's fiber network. Giles County Libraries received $10,205 in training opportunities for public grant funding. Flower is this week's GCHA Pet Corner Pet of the Week. And as always, the Pulaski Citizen has property transfers, backward glances, obituaries, government public notices, court dockets, community briefs, church directory, fun and games, Tennessee Valley weather, and church briefs. Well, that's it for us. We'll be right back after this.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
833.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Now
busy
ready,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
The Lawrence County Advocate Wrap starts this week with a report from last week's meeting of the Lawrence County School Board, where they considered and made some decisions in relation to the highly controversial absenteeism policy. The board met in front of a crowd who flowed out of its meeting room, and Carrie Staggs has all the information for us right there on page A1. Also on the front page is a 45-year sentence handed down for a Lawrence County man's attempted murder of his mother. Summertown High School unveiled its new football stadium when they play their first game there Friday against Wayne County. Tyler Staggs tells us all about the new stadium in his front page article. Two other articles on A1 are lightning sparking a fire that injured one person and a Loretto man arrested in a child exploitation operation. Inside, Gunnerama is back, and it's down at the West End Community Building. Summertown Utility gives an update on the planned upgrades. A discarded cigarette causes a grass fire. A collaboration between the Lawrence County Garden Club and Lawco Kids is flourishing, thanks to volunteers from the UT-TSU Extension Service. Fearless Forecasters is back, and the grand prize this week is $1,800. Neil Beard's column shares his experience in helping the homeless. Mr. Henry is just averaging it all up, and Trey Donovan gives us a Hank Williams Jr. playlist. And finally, we've got the Lawrence County Senior Citizen schedule for September. There's a whole lot more always to see in the Advocate this week and every week, including local obituaries, local community announcements, government notices, auctions and estate sales, 2 pages of puzzles and comics, and local church directory, as well as Tennessee Valley weather. Well, that's it for this week's Lawrence County Advocate. We'll be right back after this.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
833.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Down
busy
ready,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
Hello, I'm your Main Street Maury reporter, Andrew Pearson, and here's the news not only from last week, but also for this coming weekend. Starting Thursday, the Maury County Fair will be held at Maury County Park in Columbia. Our article gives you the rundown on prices, amenities, and events, which include motorsports, my personal favorite being the Jump and Run Demolition Derby race, the rodeo on Thursday, animal shows every afternoon through Monday, and expositions of the handicrafts and food items made by your friends and neighbors here in Maury County. Don't miss it. Almost $600,000 of the gate returns go back to local nonprofits and charities. The County Commission passed a resolution last week asking the state to name a stretch of Highway 31 after the NASCAR driver Sterling Marlin. Mr. Marlin's one of only 5 drivers to ever win back-to-back Daytona 500s in 1975 and 76, and he's a native of rural Maury County. The county also discussed the state of the bridge leading out of the rural community Sandy Hook, which TDOT just ordered them to keep closed after more than 3 years of closure. Residents of Sandy Hook showed up to the meeting demanding that the bridge be reopened. Mount Pleasant City Commission voted yes on a first-round hearing to annex and rezone the Armstrong Field at the corner of Zion Road and the Columbia Pike. This is the next step in John Mayer Builders' plan to build 247 housing units on the field. Several public commenters spoke very strongly against it because Civil War battlefield history would be paved over, a wastewater treatment plant would be built next to an existing neighborhood, and the development is too far away to provide city water and sewer. The Columbia and the Miracle League broke ground on their newest partnership last week, a baseball field for the use of kids with disabilities. The field at Maury County Park will cost $2.6 million to build and has been in the works since 2021. And finally, the administration of Spring Hill High School thanked County Commissioner Gwen Evans and Superintendent of Schools Lisa Ventura for making the school's new athletic complex happen. Thanks to them, there is new turf at the Buford Gladney Stadium and the baseball and softball field at Spring Hill High, as well as a new concessions building. In other news, come on out to First Friday, the weekend after next. Students from Maury County are among the pre-apprentice linemen who got partial scholarships from Metallica's Educational Foundation, and the ribbon was cut at the new Health Markets Insurance Agency location in Central Columbia. That's our weekly news, and thank you for tuning in to our wrap of it. As always, more info is available in the articles, which can be read in our print edition or in the online versions. Thank you all for watching.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
833.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.
Busy bee, oh,
Down
busy
ready,
bee.
guys.
Call 775-7833.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, Regional Sports Editor for Southern Middle Tennessee for Main Street Media. Getting you up to date on what's in print this week, the August 27th editions of the Pulaski Citizen, the Lawrence County Advocate, and Main Street Maury. Let's start in and around Lawrenceburg. Let's start with the Lawrence County Wildcats in football, high school football. This is pretty football oriented because we had week 1 openers last weekend. So, high school football. Lawrence County taking on visiting Summertown. First game under LCHS graduate Garrick Barnett, and it was a celebration at the end as the Wildcats got down early on a Michaela Powell 65-yard punt return and then ran off 28 straight points to put it away. Final score, Lawrence County 35, Summertown 14. See how we got there. Again, big win for the Wildcats, big win for Garrick Barnett in his Wildcat debut. Tyler Staggs with the coverage on that for the Advocate. Also in the Advocate, Loretto taking on visiting Cornersville, and close but no cigar for the Mustangs in the end. Driving for the go-ahead touchdown, they get a tough outcome that kind of swings the game late. Cornersville gets out of town with a 38-28 decision over the visiting Loretto Mustangs. Scott Stewart with the coverage on that one. See how that went down. We've also got Summertown getting ready to open its new football stadium. In fact, this is out front on A1 in this week's Lawrence County Advocate. Tyler Staggs with all the details as the Eagles get ready for their home opener this coming week. So check that out. Also, we've got Mostradamus's predictions for week 2. So all of that in this week's Lawrence County Advocate in print on Wednesday, right now, today. In the Pulaski Citizen today, we've got coverage from Mark Mize on Giles County's season opener against visiting Page over at the Brickyard. Some positives, not on the scoreboard. Page with a 47-34 win over the Wildcats to get things started. The Bobcats to get things started for Giles County. We got a lot of cats around here. Also, high school football as Richland goes on the road to Wayne County. All the scoring took place in the first half, and 2 points more of it in favor of the host Wildcats. Wayne County 16, Richland 14. Chandler Harmon with the coverage on the road of the Raiders in their season opener. We've also got Mostradamus's picks for week 2. Be sure and check those out. And we've got a new softball coaching tandem at Giles County High School. See who they are. At least one of the names will be familiar to you. We'll leave it at that. They call that a tease, y'all. Also, in both the Advocate and the Citizen and in Main Street Maury, we've got Outdoors with Larry Woody. So be sure and check out his coverage of hunting, fishing, etc., etc. In this week's Main Street Maury, again, a lot of football, starting in Spring Hill as the newest high school football program in Maury County, Battle Creek, took the field in its varsity debut Friday night against Mount Pleasant, and Mount Pleasant was not very gracious, unfortunately. The Tigers coming into town, picking up a 41-0 win over the Grizzlies. Coverage of that in this week's Main Street Maury. We've also got coverage of Columbia Central breaking in the new turf at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. But not only were the Lions breaking it in, Dixon County running back Tristan Brown was also breaking it in. See how that went as Dixon County gets out of town with a 27-17 victory there. Columbia Academy trailing late, got a defensive scoop and score, got another touchdown, and defeated Fayetteville 36-25 at home to open its season. Get all the details from Guy Schaefer in this week's Main Street Maury. Spring Hill hosting Summit in the Battle of the Hill. Spring Hill also on its new turf at Buford Gladney Stadium. Tough night for the Raiders, though, as Summit got a pair of touchdowns from Jackson Cranky. And so despite 104 rushing yards out of Lionel Brooks, the Raiders fell at home 13-0 on Friday night. We've got coverage there. Also, Independence goes on the road in its first game under Scott Blade in his second stint atop the Eagles, picking up a 37-23 win at Rockvale. Coverage of all that. Volleyball. Culleoka goes to Santa Fe to open District 6A play last week. See how that one comes out. Also, Central took on Lewis County to open the season last week. We've got coverage of that. Soccer. Central and Columbia Academy played on Thursday night. We've got coverage. We've also got coverage of the Crosstown Showdown between Spring Hill and Battle Creek on the pitch. All of that in this week's August 27th print edition of Main Street Maury, as well as your middle school scores from last week, your middle school schedule for this week for football, and of course, week 2 of Nostradamus' picks, and Larry Woody with your outdoors. Between now and next Wednesday, we will have week 2 of football. We'll have you covered. We'll also have whatever else we come up with in the way of sports between now and then. So be sure and check out the Lawrence County Advocate, the Pulaski Citizen, and Main Street Maury online, and next week's print editions as well. I'm Maurice Patton, Regional Sports Editor for Southern Middle Tennessee for Main Street Media. We'll see y'all next week.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Good Wednesday morning, Taylor Plott here with a quick update on your forecast. Starting off the day with basically some clear skies, temperatures down into the upper 50s and lower 60s going into the afternoon. Still feeling like fall. Upper 70s and low 80s can be anticipated. Slight increase in cloud cover once we get into your evening hours. And then we're watching a system diving in from the northwest overnight going into your Thursday morning. That could bring some passing showers across parts of the area. Here's your 7-day forecast. Once we get into the end of the weekend, we do increase those temperatures. Finally getting back up into the middle 80s for a lot of places with some isolated showers and storms Sunday and Monday.
Hey, that's it for Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee this week. Make sure you get a copy of your local newspaper so that you don't miss a minute or a second of the coverage that we have lined up for you all across Southern Middle Tennessee. For more information on subscribing to any of our local newspapers, you can visit one website, and one website will do it all. That is MainStreetMediaTN.com. That's MainStreetMediaTN.com. And again, we thank you for trusting us as your source for local news, information, sports, and more. And good Lord willing, we're going to be right back here next week on Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Busy bee, yeah, busy bee. If you need
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I need to make a call. Hey, this is Brianna with Busy Bee. I'm giving you a call to let you know your technician is on his way.
3-3.
Bee, oh, busy bee. Guys, not yet. Not yet.